Jack Hanma vs Yujiro Hanma. Is it really here? Is the fight about to begin? The ogre's rage has arrived. His regular self is on full show, with Jack showing some impressive confidence and hinting at what Yujiro truly wants. However, it is also possible we are getting baited to an absolute extreme. A breakdown of all of this will be provided, but true answers of course will take time. As Baki Rahen is once again on break next week, we are getting marinated even longer for this insane setup. The first thing to note about this chapter is Yujiro being the one to push for the fight. He called Jack for the dinner and of course setting up the current situation, and most likely was the one to approach Jack in the previous chapter in Baki Rahen when they were walking down the street. And as we've seen so far, Jack wants to know why the ogre wants him here, and of course his entire view of Jack. This is most likely due to him being confused, naturally because of the way Yujiro has been treating him in Baki Rahen, entirely different to any previous point in the story. Even when Yujiro would talk about Jack to others, he didn't really say anything good about him. The main points to take note of is calling him a beast and unpure, as he said to Tokigawa before Baki was about to fight Pickle. It seems like everything has changed with Jack's creation of Gao Dao and his current level of power, or perhaps Yujiro has changed. But the interest in Jack is now higher than ever before. At first in this chapter, Yujiro tries to play it off as just a father and son having dinner, similar to what Baki was doing in the build up of his fight with Yujiro, and rightfully so, Jack begins calling him out for this, asking if Yujiro believes he's a normal father, and proceeds to drop, in my opinion, an absolutely goated line. Even as a living thing, you're not normal. Something we all know is true, but just seeing Jack say it is absolutely fire. And of course, what this did to Yujiro is as expected. The waiter right away after hearing that leaves the room as he already knows what's going to happen next. When this level of disrespect is placed on the ogre, only one thing can come: rage. But apart from that, we got the most interesting dialogue moment in this chapter to break down. At first, Yujiro's rage is very similar to the situation with Baki long ago, pretty much identical, with him telling Jack to stand up and get what he's really after, a fight with Yujiro of course. However, as previously established in this chapter and every interaction between Jack and Yujiro, it seems like the ogre himself wants this fight more. Jack's response to the ogre's original claim, "What I'm after, huh? Aren't you the one who really wants this?" requiring us to bring up and question Yujiro's current goals in the story. I did a whole video going over everything he's done since his fight against Baki, and with all of that considered, it seems like Yujiro still craves a challenge, wanting to push himself to this extreme, mostly due to his Musashi clash getting cut short in my opinion, and of course Baki no longer being interested in fighting with him from what we can see at a narrative level, even pretty much confirmed by Itagaki. Yujiro's next challenge or opportunity to face someone that could give him a good fight is of course Jack, the fellow Hanma, who's going through insane improvements. And if you consider Jack's original goal that was revealed in chapter 2 of Baki Rahen, since he was a kid, he wants to be the strongest creature alive, and this happens to be that his father is the one known and the one wielding that title. So it could be the case that Jack doesn't really want revenge for his mother. However, I still believe that is the case and is in fact a main reason for Jack's goals and his want to defeat Yujiro. But this fight isn't by any means one-sided. Yujiro potentially wants to fight Jack just as much as Jack wants revenge and wants to fight him. So both sides want to give it their all, meaning is it going to happen now? There's a few factors to consider that may result in the fight not actually occurring. The first one is of course Jack wearing his glasses. His previous fight against Kosho concluded with Jack being blind. It was confirmed that he'll be blind for some time, I believe a few weeks, and we don't know exactly how long it was since that fight, and of course this current moment with Yujiro. Considering he is wearing his glasses, something we've never seen Jack with prior, it's most likely the case that his eyes are still damaged to a degree. He hasn't fully gained his sight, meaning Jack is nerfed. And the other reason is Jack has called out all the other fighters in the series pretty much. It would make more sense for him to fight all of them first before getting to his top goal, achieving what he truly wants, and of course fighting the strongest Yujiro. That's just my perspective, unless Itagaki is just going a completely different route for this arc. Maybe it's similar to Baki Dao the Musashi arc, where of course Jack is the protagonist of Baki Rahen. He's fighting whoever he really wants, whatever opportunity comes up first. He had his fight against Sukune, he's had his fight against Kosho, now he's going to fight Yujiro, then he's going to go and fight all the others. That could be a possibility, and then the final fight of this arc could be against Baki, which tends to be the case at the end of most arcs. Baki gets the final chance against the antagonist, which in this case is currently Jack. So who knows, we could be getting it right now. But my still current prediction is that we're going to have an exchange now. Jack is going to prove himself worthy of fighting Yujiro, but doesn't believe he's truly there, wanting to master his Gaodao or perfect it, leaving this interaction as this further build up for these two clashing, and we're going to get multiple of them throughout this entire arc until the climax of it, with them two finally going at it, giving it their all. But of course, let me know what you think is going to happen down below. Shout out to these mad lads, the members. But that's it guys, peace.